Right. So, obviously, Tommy's fighting migraines. Because Tommy has a migraine because Shelby wanted to sleep with him. He's like, I got a headache. So, that's
Yeah.
understandable.
He saved. I asked him to save as much as he could for when I got up there. So
Yeah.
Gareth too.
Better hold that nut, bitch.
Cody's gonna be the cum jar. But freaking, and let's see. Ito's busy living vicariously his, like, late teens and early 20s playing Age of Empires 2 and losing at it. Just like he would have done in his late teens and early 20s anyways. So, we're gonna push ahead a little bit. The grand showcase within the dojo happens. It's, we'll say,
Hooray!
It's an impressive display nonetheless, despite Tommy not being here.
Who wins?
The truth is, it wasn't going to be fair, so I wasn't going to use Stunning Strike.
Reed wins by default for showing up.
That's fair.
Tommy doesn't even know about it.
He'll know.
Reed Stunning Strikes Aruna. Why? Just because. Fuck him. There is a very impressed chatter that spreads throughout the class as they all see what is probably the strongest monk they'll ever see in their lives, realistically, passing through here. You're obviously not gonna meet many level 19 player characters along the journey of your life. They're exceedingly rare. Most of them are probably dancing from plane to plane. Point is, Beaver, it's halftime and we are winning, so...
My god, something I never thought I'd say ever.
Insanity does happen. The negotiations, it's still, it's still an amicable, friendly fight, demonstrating the magical prowess of Runa, the martial prowess of Reed, and one that both the instructors of the Monks Academy and the Mages Academy take to heart and observe eagerly and happily, as they probably learn a thing or two themselves. The negotiations with the Golden Emperor, however, do not go quite as well. The dining is sort of stilted and cold, very formal, and while there's not a lot of rudeness or outward antagonism, there's still the air of resentment between the two parties. You can't undo 1,000 years of conflict that easily, by having a single meal. And unfortunately, the attempted negotiations to stop the Jinma dynasty from essentially invading Stahlreich while the Kingdom of Black Everfrost sort of comes at it from one side, do not seem to make much progress. While the Golden Emperor is very evasive on the subject, he's also extremely non-committal on not doing it, insisting that, he himself isn't ordering and isn't planning to invade Stahlreich, but he could very well, he's not exactly hanging out in a zone of truth there, so...
Yeah.
It does not go well. And you return late in the night to your quarters with the sound of thunder beginning to peal overhead, as lightning flashes across the sky. And there is a heaviness about the air. A tension. A string pulled taut, ready to snap, and you're not sure exactly why. You haven't seen Jean Long recently. She wandered off into the palace. She could very well be chasing butterflies, or she could be doing something more insidious than that. It's very hard to say, actually. Her motivations can be a bit, well, unusual. But for the time being, you're warm, you're full. Like I said, you're well fed. You've enjoyed some, diplomacy, some cockfighting, some, freaking thievinating, some exhibition matches. So you've had, a big old day, big crazy day. And as you all,
Yeah, I gotta take your mind off the prophecy for a second,
yeah.
Gemini's.
As you all retire and rest, I want everyone to give me a perception check.
Wow.
I see only the darkness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's why. It's Celis been selected as Bruce. That's why.
Well, the portent die ended up being a 1.
Nice.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's pretty useful. Alright.
But to my dead I see.
Alright. As you sort of lay in bed, you hear, you hear silent, like creaking, as if there are footsteps lightly walking along the hallway. You can hear the faint creak floorboards, and the pause after that creak, and then another creak, as if someone is slowly walking along. Oh my god, there's Taylor Swift at the Kansas City Chiefs game! Oh my god! But you hear what sounds like the silent creak of someone surreptitiously and stealthily walking along the hallway outside the room.
I would prepare a dart in my hand, crawl up to the door, and just put my ear to the wall to see if I could hear anything else.
Alright. This close to the wall, you hear this time you can actually hear the faint breathing and the actual footfall, and not just creeping, as it creeps past your door, making its way down. You know that not 3 doors down is the room of the Holy Emperor of Stalreich, Adelaide. She is obviously being guested in the palace.
Try to creak the door open and look to see who's going down that way. I'm assuming that would be Estelle.
Yep.
Oh, that was almost 17.
All right. You sort of slowly slide the door open. You can see a person that is clad in black. Every now and then the thunder faintly illuminates them as the sort of bluish white light pours in through a nearby window, and you can just see them creeping down the hallway as they make their way past Venta's room, past Klaus's room, past Ito's room.
And it's no one that no one that I recognize.
You just see not someone you recognize.
Okay. Well, I guess the only thing to do is to run at them and shout out, "What are you doing in the hall?"
I speak Goblin.
Uh,
Oh,
30,000 goblin crossbow bolts fly out. But
damn.
you surprise them. They immediately sort of... You can just see the whites of their eyes
And I would be running towards them.
Yeah, hidden largely by like black silk cloth. As he's gonna try to scamper away, but go ahead and make an athletics check versus him to try to grapple him.
Ooh. That's only a 10.
All right, well, he got a 22. Would you like to give him the 1 from the portent die?
I say, yeah, you can just give him the
Can't
one.
get-
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
one.
say,
Yeah.
I guess we'll already use the 1.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Might as well. All right, you use the 1 for the portent die. It's not a bad one to use it on.
Judo throw him to the ground.
Yeah. You come up behind him and you kick his feet out from underneath him, grabbing his sort of loose, baggy, black cloth shirt and pull him backwards as he lands with a heavy thud on his back, knocking the wind out of him as he breathes sort of heavily. Tries to stammer a couple words. This commotion wakes everyone up. As you can see, Adelaide opens the door, Henley's standing next to her.
Sorry, I'm here. I was making dinner because it was taking forever.
Klaus, you sort of open the door and see that
Oh yeah.
Reed has apprehended a person clad all in black who is sneaking down the hallway towards the Holy Emperor's room.
I'll go ahead and walk towards them, and I'll help him subdue.
He just sort of tries to stutter out a couple of words, but as he sort of shakes his head and he says, it's not what you think.
Go. Oh yeah,
And
what is
do
it
we
then?
think?
Yeah, then what is it?
I didn't want to hurt anybody. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Oh, real believable, buddy. Tell it to the judge.
Do we recognize him? Because we've been running around town and stuff now.
It's not, Klaus.
I didn't recognize him earlier, but
Roll a intelligence check for me. This is not one you
Okay.
have advantage on because it's not a redeemer one.
Gotcha. Just straight intelligence.
Yeah, just give me a straight intelligence.
That's a 7.
You don't recognize this person. But you do recognize that he is clad as a sort of like a thief or an assassin would be. You did have some brief minor runnings in with the local like thieves of the area and that sort of thing.
Does he look like a local, or does he look like either an onyx serpent or a moonstone eagle or one of the other affiliations? I guess I should say.
I mean, what do you mean by looks like a local? Are you saying does he look Chinese? Because only the Chinese can live there.
Oh,
You
gosh.
racist.
does he look like a man?
Oh no!
He does
I've
look.
turned into a
He
racist.
does look local. He definitely has the bearing and sort of features of someone that is native to the Jinma dynasty. Whether he's part of a particular the monastery or the thieves guild or anything like that, you're unsure of. But he's definitely. This isn't the type of thing you'd probably take on solo. He's probably part of some sort of organization.
I'm just going to
Actually-
press the dart I have towards his throat. If those were not your intentions, then what are they?
I wanted. He sort of got his throat sort of pushed back, he says, I wanted to talk with her. As he sort of motions toward Adelaide.
She's not taking visitors right now. Henley says she needs her beauty rest.
Adelaide gets offended.
how many
The
of you
fuck
are
you say
there?
to me? He says, it's just me. I'm just a messenger.
I tell him.
Messengers don't normally
I will
sleep.
talk. Wait, I'm the emperor. I will talk to him, and I will relay the message to her, so that way
Okay.
he can't do any funny business with her, because he's not gonna be. Because I doubt this dude can fight me.
I wasn't hiding or trying to be stealthy from you. I was trying to be stealthy from everyone else. The palace guards.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna talk to him just to be safe, because might as well.
Can we do
Alright,
this
so you got him?
somewhere more private?
Yeah, he can come to my quarters.
I'll take the dart off his throat.
Oh, see, I wasn't gonna put the knife off of his throat. I was just gonna like lead him to Henley's quarters with the knife to his throat. I was gonna walk him.
No, you guys just look after Adelaide or whatever, make sure something happens. 'Cause I mean, like he says, he
Alright.
means no harm, but he could be a diversion or something.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for like any others in case he is.
Damn,
actually
Henley,
just, like,
that
a
is
piece of shit
incredibly
behind
smart
us.
of you.
I've been doing this with you guys for years. I think I've learned a little bit of.
I mean, yeah, this is
Wait.
Tuesday shit.
Poor Henley
What's
has
the
to
word?
take off his
To be
saddle
honest, I
and
think
bridle.
Henley actually has a higher intelligence score than I do, so.
I think my intelligence score is like an 11 or something.
He nods his head and he says, please, before any guards come.
Oh my intelligence is 11, and I also got 12 wisdom. I'm not stupid. I just play the himbo sometimes because I don't know like basic shit.
All I ask is that you listen
Yeah, come.
to what I have to say, and then if you don't like what I have to say, you can do whatever with me. You can throw me to the guards, but I want you to hear what the message I have to pass.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Just come to my room, and they'll look after Adelaide. It's
All right.
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk outside.
All right. You pull him up and take him to your room, Henley. He offers no resistance.
I don't hold him down. I assume that he knows that I could, kill him in a second. So I don't even bother.
He offers no resistance.
Yeah, this dude better be
at
level
all.
19 too.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way this dude, is as strong as me.
As he steps into your room, everybody else standing into the hallway, there is a door that opens on the end, and a guard from the Golden Palace sort of sticks his head in, his eyes sort of narrowing as he says, I thought I heard something in here. Is everything alright?
Must have been the wind.
Well, it
Yes,
is.
it's just the wind.
It is quite stormy. You should all be in bed. It's quite late. We can offer you sleeping aids if you require them.
No, I'm
No,
good.
I'm going to step out for some fresh air. So.
Perhaps your beds
If you
are too
don't
cold.
mind.
We have been authorized to offer you concubines of the Golden Emperor's lesser stock. You require or desire them.
That won't be necessary. The accommodations have been quite sufficient. I just need to take in some air, so. If that's all right with you, of course.
Are you sure? It can be quite pleasurable. Have you ever dunked
know what,
a
buddy?
s- Have you ever
Fine.
dunked a
I'll
spring
take one.
roll into duck sauce? I hate it. But yeah, if you want a concubine,
That's-
you do have one.
He seems really persistent. You know what? I'll try it out. Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
But in
Max.
Rome.
Yes,
He knows
Max.
he
Listen
puts
to
some
the
thought.
pimper as he pushes his wares onto you.
Hey, yeah, I ain't buying
Max,
nothing. I ain't
what
buying
about your
nothing.
muscle mommy, Aruna's sister?
She ain't here.
Very good.
That didn't work out
She
anyway.
also-
She ain't
Yeah,
here.
she also clearly doesn't have anything to do with it.
Gracie,
She will.
I threw
Run
that
it,
bottle
baby.
cap at you because I'm angry.
I'll be right back.
Did she poop in your room?
I still got my headphones
No,
on.
she's not a kid. Okay, that wasn't a catch. Never mind. Okay. He will get you this concubine, as I said. He returns after about 15 minutes with a very attractive, lithe woman. She is scantily clad with sheer clothing that clings tightly to her body. It is a garish, bright red that is lined with gold that leaves little to the imagination. And while her clothing and form is provocative, there is a sort of... Give me an insight check. While her clothing and body is provocative, and she smiles coyly as she runs one hand along your shoulder, down your chest, there is a sunken deadness to her eyes, a sadness.
What? You're telling me the
Oh,
whore
no, it's
isn't happy?
It's actually Jin Long.
Oh my
That's.
god.
Oh my god. If she's like pranked, bitch. No one will ever believe you.
Bill
We
Murray.
got Ashton Kutcher outside. He's waiting in the car.
Karakwa turns around
There's
and
cameras, dude.
Karakwa turns around. I was Jean Long all the time. She is
That's
beautiful,
the big twist.
and yet she doesn't seem particularly happy about her situation. Even if she doesn't act it, you can see the sadness behind her eyes as she still has a coy and smile and a quiet demeanor. Her lips part as she says, "I am here to service you, my lord, in any way that you require."
Okay. We do the sexy time.
Right.
Wow, Max, you really know how to woo them.
The Elon, they call him the
I invite her
Elon
in. I
Musk of
follow him. I said,
Cybermen.
follow me. Do I have any
Okay.
food? Did you give me food? I guess it'd be late. It'd probably be gone.
They got broccoli and beef in there.
Hell yeah. We share the
damn it.
broccoli and beef a little bit.
They got broccoli and keef in there.
Hey!
Hey! But yeah, there's food. There's, wine. There's,
Who's that?
fresh fruits. There's all sorts of stuff. Indeed.
Oh, it's rather cool.
You can, you're able to enjoy the food and her body. The guard seems suitably convinced that nothing in particular has happened in the hallway as he says, well, if you need anything, don't, you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Close the door behind him.
Nice.
Meanwhile, within the room of Henley, the man has a chance to catch his breath. And he
No, he doesn't. I
spins...
fuck him in the ass.
Oh!
Alright.
Kidding.
At least I asked!
Adelaide comes in and she looks angry. She says, "You didn't include me?"
I'm sorry, honey. No, what's he say?
I
That was
bought
the
this deck for
saddest
nothing.
honey I've ever heard.
No, I say we can form an anal human centipede.
Nah, he said that his ass is better than your pussy. I had to prove him wrong. But I had to know for sure.
There's really only one way to find out.
But after about 5 minutes, his heartbeat is lowered. You can hear his heart slow down. You can smell that he stopped sweating quite as profusely. He does calm down as he nods his head and he says, "I apologize for the stealth, but I could not have the temple guards catch me." What is this, fucking Legends of the Hidden Temple? Goddamn. I don't have any medallions to give them. But I could not have the guards catch me. before I spoke to your leader.
I mean, that's me in a way.
He says, "You have no doubt noticed my people, the Baiku. Yes.
I had not I mean,
It's possible
I have
you
not heard
haven't.
that. Yeah, so I might have experienced it, but I have not heard that term. You're gonna have to fill me in on what that means.
We are the
I am not a learned person.
we are the unseen, the lowest caste. Little better than slaves here.
Alright, you're gonna have to back up for me. I need you to explain all these. I need you to explain this to me like I'm 5.
There, within the city of Shendo, exists a caste called the Baiku that are considered little more than dogs.
What's a caste?
It is a delineation within society of rank and status.
Alright, I'm still lost, but go on.
My people have suffered within this caste for hundreds of years, perhaps more. And
Wait, are you telling me you're poor?
it's more than that.
Okay, go on then. I kind of understand.
We are unseen slaves. Right now, as you ate with the Emperor, no doubt, yes? As soon as you left that room, my people, the Baiku, came from the walls to clean and scrub it and make it as pristine as the day everything was crafted. And they did it silently, lest they be killed for the impertinence of making themselves noticed.
That sounds very oppressive, and I'm sorry you go through that.
But we are far greater in number than them, their kind.
I mean, are you asking to start like some sort of revolt? Is that what you want, or are you asking for?
That's
me to...
exactly what I am asking. We have organizers, leaders. Most Baiku would not dare raise a fist against the masters. But we do have some. If they had hope, if they had maybe someone to rally around, they would do it. I had hoped perhaps your holy emperor could be that type of person.
I don't know if that's such a huge ask because we're coming here because we need aid for, I mean, a threat to everybody. So us starting a revolt or a revolution here right now, doing that doesn't really seem like a good idea for
I will
either
say,
of us.
like I said, since Ito's wasn't here, like I said, the dinner and the talking with the emperor went poorly.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Colin, can I get in touch with Jin Long right now? She doesn't sleep, right?
No, she does not.
She has an earring. She's part of the crew.
Does she have an earring?
She does not.
I didn't think so. I didn't think I gave it to her.
I thought it'd be a long shot. I thought
Can you hide right now?
Hiding is what the Baiku can do.
Alright, I need you to hide because I'm gonna move a Jinlong.
Of course.
Alright. So yeah. I'm gonna have him hide in my room, and then I'm gonna go find Jinlong and ask her if she can come talk with me.
Alright.
And bring her back to my room.
Alright. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Well,
Besides make fun of Connor for Age of Empires 2.
So if we're just kind of like pushing on, we're basically getting ready to go into this dungeon place thing, yeah?
Potentially, yes.
Okay. Then I would want, excuse me, sorry. I would want to
My god, was that a fucking catch? DJ Chark Jr. keeping the feet in?
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Jesus
Cody, I'm
Christ.
pretty sure it's the middle of the night.
It is the middle of the night right now.
Oh. Well, my
Like I
bad.
said, you've only woken
I got
up.
up. I got up and had to step away for a second.
You've
so,
only
sorry.
woken up to find out that essentially a Baiku has essentially come and be like, look, your meeting with the Emperor about him not attacking you during this invasion didn't go well. You know, there's a element of the Baiku who are basically, like I said, they're unseen slaves that are willing to maybe rally behind you if you wanted to do an uprising. That's what they want. They just don't have the organization quite. They don't have something to rally behind.
Hey, that's a lot right there.
That was my response.
It's a lot.
Which is why I'm
That
going to
was
find,
exactly what Henry
Jinlong.
said.
Then
Because for all I know, it's my destiny to do it.
that's fair, but also
I mean, you're also
No.
not there with all this Cody.
okay, fine. I'm going back to sleep then. Fuck you.
No, you
No,
you
I
can.
meant like I'm literally like in my room, so I don't know how we ever planned that out.
You did have an offer of a concubine from the.
I would
Harem.
not take one of the Emperor's slave whores.
Are you
sorry.
sure? It's not as like A team or as B team, but you could get a C team Emperor's whore.
That's
Oh.
fair. I would not take this slave.
Which
whore.
still was pretty
You're
nice,
getting-
It's
actually.
pretty
You're getting
nice.
you're getting the Tuesday afternoon crew. Ugh.
Oh man,
I mean-
it's like they just that's when they reheat your fries
Now-
in the microwave before
now,
serving it to you.
Venta True Cloud did run into a concubine who was clearly unhappy about her situation and still plowed her. Because that's just
You
that's
know,
just good sense.
I mean, at that point, you've already committed. You might as well go all the way. You've already committed.
Also, what woman's happy during sex, anyways? It's not much different.
That's
I mean,
why.
does he
That's
have
why you
any
should.
concubines for the Cloacussy anyway?
That's why I only fuck men. Obviously,
Right?
Beaver's got this whole
Don't
shit.
believe me.
Beaver's got this shit figured out.
Fucking
Don't believe
dog
me?
squad, am I
Name,
right?
name 5 happy women.
Oprah,
No,
Taylor
she-
Swift.
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift's not
Yeah, she was. I
Taylor
saw.
Swift literally
No,
just writes about
I
how
saw
happy
Taylor
she
Swift at the
is.
Kansas City Chiefs game, so she was pretty happy. I saw it,
Damn,
and she was in.
my own 2 eyes.
Dude, she's just thinking about how much money she'll make once she breaks up with him.
Look, Taylor Swift had all
I don't-
top 10, the entire top 10 of the Billboard singles. And now I don't know why people like Taylor Swift so much, but they do. So
I don't either,
That's
but they
fine.
do. I mean,
I don't think she's worried about money, if I'm being honest with
I
you.
don't think she's worried about money at all either.
You'd be surprised.
I
She
really
gave
don't
her
think she's worried about money.
entire
She's a
touring crew like
multi-millionaire.
$250,000 bonuses. Like even the fucking lighting guy, she gave a $250,000
Oh.
bonus.
damn.
She's not worried about money. That's not something she has to worry
Man, you
about.
want to know some bullshit? Last year I didn't get a Christmas bonus from my boss because his fucking daughter had to get $20,000 worth of dorm room furniture on the company dollar.
What a fucking ass.
I know,
Look.
and then I got laid off in March. Like, what a fucking dick.
Look, if Taylor Swift asked me out, I'd be like, "You're gonna fucking pay for everything, right? You got the money."
She's also like 3 feet taller than you.
Well, you know what? Some people are, or some women are into short guys.
Name 5.
Colin.
Rick, when are you gonna acknowledge your bald spot and shave your head?
But I heard it was Short King Summer.
Colin.
Yeah.
What do you
Summer's
think
over,
of
buddy.
the Miss Universe Zimbabwe? Because she kind of looks like Anya Taylor-Joy.
I mean, I got a thing for Anya Taylor-Joy. I can't
That's what I'm saying.
deny
I'm
that.
shocked by
but
this. I'm so shocked by this.
I have to look this up.
Her name's
Miss
like Brooke
Universe
something.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Brooke Jackson. She's got the same like eye spacing that Anya Taylor-Joy has.
Same eye spacing.
Colin knows
I
about
like that. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. She looks very. I would say, I'm looking at one picture of her, and then I'm looking at the other picture. She looks very light in some of these pictures compared to other pictures.
Yeah, people got real upset because she won, and she's clearly a white lady. And it's like, I mean, white people could live in Zimbabwe too. I don't get what it's.
I mean, that's true.
Oh, if
All
you're
right.
from Africa, why are you white?
All right, but the point is, okay, but that's sort of what happened.
That's fair.
You go and like I said, if there's anything you want to do, feel free to tell me. But
Go back to bed.
fair enough. It is late. Okay, you. Gotta fucking activate the generic Shindo screen.
Did we ever
You
determine if this image was AI generated or not?
I don't think it's AI generated.
Yeah, I'm literally just like keeping an eye out during his little clandestine meeting, and once that guy leaves, I'll just go back to bed. If there's nothing else that happens in the meantime.
Jean Long Henley, you are able to find. She is lying in an open courtyard beneath sort of beautiful cherry blossom trees that sort of flow gently in the wind. You can see they're casting off. Even the nighttime, you can make out the sort of pink petals being cast from the wind of the storm as she is lying like flat on her back with her arms kind of splayed wide as the sort of rain pelts down on her.
I have to go sit next to her.
She sort of pauses for a moment and she says, "Huh. That's 100,226 raindrops, 2,000 cherry petals, and 1 human. I wonder what
What?
that means. That's everything that's fallen in this courtyard today."
I don't know, but Jinlong, I got a question for you.
Well, I can't guarantee to have answers, but maybe my answer will be a question.
Well, it's about the future, kind of, and you're good at that.
Uh,
Do you know what the future of the Jinlong dynasty is?
Sort of cocks her head and she says, "Not in the long term. I can't. It's hard for me to see past point where you kill me."
What about right before that? Has anything else happened that I'm involved in?
I see. I see a serpent with 2 heads. One pointed to the east, a great sunrise over the sea, and one pointed to the west, roiling black clouds. I see road that splits in the wood. I see I see nothing beyond that.
Jinlong, what do you think about the Baiku?
I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
They're unseen. Do you think, how often do you think about the mice that skitter through the forest, or the cockroaches that run through walls?
What the fuck? Damn, this bitch might deserve to die.
I don't think she means it like that. I think she's been conditioned into that. But what is their future? Do you see that?
I've never looked before.
Can you? For me, please?
I suppose so.
Thank you. I appreciate
Only-
it, Jinlong.
Only because I like you.
I like you too, Jinlong.
I'm glad that the person that's gonna kill me is someone I like.
Sure, bro.
I'm a little iffy on that, but
But she says, well, how do you think I should do it? Tea leaves?
however you feel is
I'm going...
very.
She says, I am gonna go get a horse.
Jinlong, maybe we shouldn't do it like that. That's a little, I need it to be a little discreet.
But it's the most accurate.
Is it?
Sort of pauses.
believe
She says, well, it is, except when it's not.
Good thing. Jinlong, can I trust you?
Sort of says, I don't see... Why not?
Can you keep a secret for me?
I mean, I can keep a secret from me.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. If I ask you something and I want you to be honest, are you gonna tell anybody else?
It depends on... It's who's asking.
Me, it depends on I'm asking.
But if someone else asks me, I can't guarantee... She sort of pauses for a second and she says... Would this be something I have to keep secret from the Emperor?
Yes.
Do you know that
No.
I founded this kingdom?
Yeah, I know. You told me that you planted that tree, and that from there, that started the entire place where you landed. I remember.
But she says... Sometimes I look at that tree, and how it's flourished and grown. And it bears fruit that is both sweet and succulent, and it bears fruit that is rotten and decrepit. Far too often these days I find the fruit of the tree to be rotten, bitter. You understand?
Yes, I believe I do. So, you know what I'm asking then, right?
I...
And what my dilemma is.
I see no reason for me to inform the Emperor of things that he doesn't ask about. And he's not often He has been conditioned his entire life not to even think about the unseen.
Okay. Jinlong, they want me to help them liberate themselves. Should I do it? Or should I offer them an alternative? I don't even know if they can leave.
To spark rebellion within the unseen would cast not just Shendo, but all the Jinma dynasty into chaos. One that it would survive, I have no doubt, but it would be transformed. A caterpillar emerging from a chrysalis cocoon.
Do you think if it transformed that the tree would bear sweet and succulent fruit again?
And she sort of shakes her head and she says, "Not for me, but maybe for others."
Well, Jinlong, do you want your people... Do you want as many people in your kingdom happy as possible? Empire, however she wants to call it.
It's not gonna be my empire anymore.
Well, it will be for... It will... I mean, it might be, if I can find a way to spare you.
I don't seek to be spared. Not something I need or want. Man, fuck the Panthers, Beaver. Fuck them. Fucking suck.
Did they get a touchdown? Fucking Seattle?
Yeah. Fuck it. Oh well. But
Yeah, they do.
but she's non-committal. This is her kingdom, but she founded it, but in a way it's not hers at all anymore. She feels like she's on the way out. It's her destiny to die, as far as she's concerned.
Well, then, if she did... I mean, obviously I guess she holds no real fealty to the Emperor, then.
Nope.
And she obviously thinks that there's...
Like I said, she's more and more seeing that the tree has borne...
That's what I'm saying, that she sees a rot in the city itself.
She does.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thank her, and I tell her that I hope she enjoys the rest of her night. And I'm gonna go back to my
She
room.
updates you on the amount of cherry blossom petals and raindrops that have fallen since you sat down.
I tell her thank you.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll go back and talk to that dude.
He has stowed himself away. You're surprised whenever you walk in. You do not see him, as he almost has seemed to sink into himself. Shrunken down in his own weird way. He's not actually like shrunk down like via a magic spell, but it seems like he, as an unseen one, at least an unseen servant, has fallen into himself enough that he's little more than a shadow whenever you walk into your room.
That's depressing.
Well, they're Baiku, they're unseen.
So, I spoke to Jinlong, and, she is under the impression that there is a rot that has started within the Jinlong dynasty in Shendo.
There has always been a rot. She's just only now seeing it.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but, so... I suppose that I will talk to my compatriots, and I'll see if we can do something to help you guys.
It is. We are grateful for the consideration and hope that whatever conclusion you come to, whether that be to aid us or not, you do have the plight of our people in mind afterwards.
I understand. I've been in that position.
We, Baiku, were we not to be able to rise up, or were we to be defeated, if we had a place to at least send our progeny to,
I mean, can your progeny leave?
we are unseen. They don't notice when we have children.
Oh, that's also depressing. Well,
As far as they are concerned, we are little more than rabbits in cages.
I mean, you guys can always go to, what the fuck, Starreich. I mean, nothing stops you then.
We wish not to go to Starreich. We wish to go to Branson, Missouri.
I don't know where
Oh
that is.
god.
I
We
don't know where
hear
is,
that
but
there
I
is a
assume
World's
Better-
Fair there.
Better than Gary, Indiana.
the place sounds awful.
The one dude that watches Colin's videos he lives there, and he's like, oh, they know.
They know Branson, Missouri. But no, we would send people away if we could. Refugees. Ones that you could protect.
Wait, you want me to take them with me?
Not immediately. But
Oh, okay. I'm about to say
in the
fuck,
future.
what the I mean, yeah. I suppose if it doesn't work out, and we could come back and get them. I guess.
I mean, they'd
They
be...
have,
The big problem is, if it fails, and they start sending you people, Gmod Dynasty is gonna want them back. Possibly.
yeah, that's what I'm
Or
saying.
be unhappy
I'm not
about
the,
it.
I'm not the person to speak to about those logistics.
Adelaide's probably not either, honestly.
Yeah, that's an Ito thing.
Yeah, that's an Ito thing.
All right, well, I'm not dealing with that right now.
My god. Are you seeing what
Or
Kansas
ever.
City is doing to the Bears? They're gonna get 70 fucking points, too! Alright.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to bed then, because that's enough thinking for my brain.
You get rest. I will send word to the leaders that we have, what few there are, of your reply. We will be in touch.
Okay. I wish you luck.
I've never had anyone wish for my safety or any sort of good fortune for me at all before.
That's really sad.
That's just the way
It's
things
like
are.
90% of your response is just sad.
He turns and, seems to disappear out into the shadows.
Well, good luck with that, my guy.
Huh? They say you want a revolution. Oh no. We just wanted to get into the fucking vault.
I mean, no, this is. I mean,
I'll take a
kinda
revolution, but
I
Well,
don't. I
turn
just
it
don't
down.
know if now's the time to do it. I mean, if I'm being honest with you.
That was just a really bad time,
I mean-
man.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
Look,
not even kidding.
is-
Now's a really bad time, guy.
is the timing great? No, but at the same time, if we get attacked by Gene Ma, while we're fucking dealing with the Everfrost problem, that's even worse for us.
That
I mean,
is-
if we can cause some discord over here,
That is currently
and at the
the
very least delay them.
Yep, that is currently the plan of the Jinma dynasty, is to kind of come in from behind while you're being stabbed from the front. You can cause some chaos over here. They're not going to be able to do that. But you go back to bed. I mean, you're not. I mean, you stay in the same room as Adelaide, so they're not like making you push the fucking beds together. So.
I forgot that we were sharing a room together. My bad.
Like I said, they're not. You're not like having to sneak over to her room, being like, to be like, we're like married and shit, and they won't let us be together. But you're able to go back and be with Adelaide. She's already unconscious in the bed, sort of curled up, sleeping. She went back to bed, exhausted from the day's diplomacy.
Well, I get in bed next when I go to sleep.
Adam Thielen.
Alright, you... Hell yeah. My god. I can't believe a wide receiver can get open! That's impossible!
It's amazing.
It's incredible! Alright. But anyways, does anybody else want to do anything?
I'm okay.
Yeah, no, I
think
mean,
I'm good.
I'm just trying to run security detail, I guess, while all this is happening. I don't imagine that guy actually lied about coming alone, so.
Okay,
Maybe they're desperate.
roll a... Alright, you're on detail duty. Roll a perception check, Klaus.
That is plus the 2. Unnatural 20.
Well, that makes sense, Beaver, that you rolled an unnatural 20 because of your unnatural lifestyle. You keep an eye out, and you see, like, you're in, like, the guest area, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. And everything seems pretty much normal here. But the guest area is butted up against, like, the main entry hall and that sort of thing. It's like a wing off the main entry hall. Here, the walls themselves are pretty much as you would expect them to be within the guest area. But as soon as you start making your way towards the guest hall... Like, as soon as you... It's like at one end of the hallway, it's clearly, like, the guest area. At the other end of the hallway, obviously, you're at the entry hall. It's sort of... it abuts against it, essentially. The end of the hallway that is against the entry hall is unusually thick. Like, the walls are wide compared to the guest hall's walls.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna start probing those walls for like secret doors or compartments.
Okay, roll a
oh.
thievery check.
All right, that would be dexterity, sleight of hand.
Yes. Boy, it's gonna be great when we get the Pathfinder, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a 32.
these walls are definitely wide enough to have passages running all through them. In fact, with the third two, you are able to press up against a panel, and it does have some give as it sort of pushes inwards a secret door. Like I said, and this that sort of leads into the walls. You see the wall inside is a very thin passageway.
Interesting. I'm gonna hit over the earpieces. Like, hey guys, I found a.
Oh my god!
Did we do a thing?
We are at like the 1.
Oh my shit.
I can't help but feel like it would have been nice to have Bryce Young against this pretty relatively bad Seattle defense, because Seattle doesn't have a great defense.
They really don't, but this is still like a Seattle home game. It's gonna be rough for someone like Bryce because communication's still very important.
He's got to get that shit rattled out of him, but he is a rookie, so
He does, but I mean, he also needs to get a win, and I think I'd rather him get that down the line versus someone like Chicago.
Yeah, God, Chicago sucks so bad.
Yeah, Chicago's. Oh my god, I didn't even look at their score.
They're getting fucking.
It's 41-0.
Like I said, they're gonna go fucking 70 points too. They're getting wrecked.
Jesus Christ.
All right, but and like I said, this isn't in the guest area. Like I said, the walls here are pretty normal, but as soon as you hit like the main hall, there are like secret passageways. They're thin, to be sure. You definitely can't. You kind of have to turn to your side to walk through them, but they're very clearly there.
Can I see, like, down this passageway and see kind of where it leads?
Honestly, it looks. I mean, unless you're lighting a torch, your dark vision would end before it ended. It's a straight line.
Okay, yeah. Just a straight line? Okay. I guess I'm gonna ask her over the earpiece. Hey, is anybody still up? I don't know if I should explore this any further.
Have I gone to? How long has it been since I actually went back in their column?
Not long.
I mean, I think this is still like while you're doing this.
You'd probably be sort of around while you were talking still. So.
I mean, yeah, I can answer him then while he was doing that. I can be like, well, hold on a second. What's up, Klaus?
I seem to have found a hidden compartment, a hidden passageway around where the guest hallway is.
Well,
Do you
okay,
want to explore?
If I have the guy there, I can ask him what that is, then, right?
Yeah.
Assuming it's at the same time. Okay, then I ask him what that. The secret passageway in the guest hallway.
Servants' passages. We are unseen. We remain unseen.
Is there any reason that my friend should explore it? Like,
They do lead across the entire palace.
That might be useful later.
All save the most
Ooh, a secret mouse tool.
Only save the most secretive of rooms.
The mystery mouse tool.
We must be unseen for the Emperor.
Ask him if this is the path that he took.
is it the path that
As
you
he
took?
taken it.
Yes.
He said yes, Klaus.
Okay.
I suppose, Klaus, there's no harm in you exploring that because if you can learn the layout, it might help us.
My God, touchdown Panthers.
Hell yeah! All right, I'm gonna go inside the secret passage. I'm gonna shut the door behind me.
The air is fettered and has the stink of sweat and like body odor, as if many bodies have passed through here over the course of time and that little has been done to
Klaus
clean
gets
them.
hard.
Yeah. Hey, smells like home, baby. The
It smells like the club.
It is downright claustrophobic as you make your way through there. And along the way, you can see every now and then a faint pinpoint of light, as there are small peepholes that have been carved into the wall. You get the feeling they absolutely could be used for spying, although you don't know this. They could just be used to watch the room to see when it's empty. So the Baiku that work, the unseen ones that work the palace, know when to go in without being seen, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But it's deathly quiet. There's an eeriness about it, this claustrophobic setting. These walls hugging you tight. You feel what appears to be a faint cracking sound underneath your foot as you look down and see you step on the bones of some sort of small rodent that is long since decayed in here. And you make your way down this hallway until it splits off into 3 others. One moving basically north, east, and west if you came from the south. Disappearing into other parts of the palace. The only thing you can really discern is from the west. It does smell like cooking. You can smell what appears like it smells like roasted meats and baking bread from the west passageway. The other 2 you can't really discern anything from.
Henley.
So one definitely leads to the kitchens, but I have to pee, so.
Okay. Henley, I need you to ask your buddy.
Like, I mean, I would, but Colin's not here.
I know, but I'm at least getting you ready for the question.
Okay.
And ask your guy what is going straight and then to the east in this junction. I can smell the kitchen, but what are the other 2?
Straight into the east.
Yeah, but those are 2 different directions, by the way. There's a straight passage and then an eastward passage. There's also a westward passage, but I smell food, so that one's pretty easy to figure out.
Okay, I understand now. Thank you. I was confused for a second. Yeah, I'll ask.
Dude, it's 20 to 22. And everybody else lost. Like, all the people who I want to lose are losing. This is a great week of football.
Seahawks, we call them the P-Hawks. Alright. I'm back. What did you do?
Klaus wants to know, or Klaus wants me to ask him, what is to the paths to the east and straight?
Basically to the north it leads to the concubines' chambers, those of the sort of emperor's harem, essentially. His lady consorts, you know. To the west, it that passes through like the guest hall, all the way towards a dining hall and things like that.
Well, I relay that to him. It's a dining hall, and it goes. What he said.
One goes to the kitchens, one goes to the like harem, one goes to a dining hall.
Okay. Do any of these, or are there any secret passages that eventually lead up to the Emperor's room?
No, that is not one that has secret passages due to the fear of assassination and spying.
Yeah. Makes sense. Damn. Well, I guess I've done my little recon. Well, no, there's really no reason they'd be out and about during the nighttime, so yeah, I think I'll double back. I'll make sure to check the peephole before I open up the door back into the guest hallway, because I don't want to get spotted taking this passage.
All right. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
All right.
I
How
also
far?
have true sight.
How far is it?
It is 120 feet.
Well, the Seahawks is really just running all over that Panthers defense right now. You look through the peephole, and you can, and you didn't go any farther. You didn't go down any of the passageways.
Yeah. No, I just asked them where they went.
All right. You look out into the Great Hall, and you see just an empty hall. Currently, completely empty.
All right, I'm gonna surreptitiously enter the guest hallway, and then I'll make my way back to my room.
Grace, the door's closed. You're not going anywhere. You're locked in here for 3 minutes with me, Grace. Okay, you return. Like I said, there's nothing really to see beyond that. And, like I said, you don't even really tell anyone anything. There wasn't really anything to see. Well, you know, that's a touchdown.
Not yet, but it's still good information to have.
Fucking... Alright. Is there anything else, anything else to do for the night?
I think I'm good.
Alright. Y'all go back to bed. Having learned a little bit about, the potential avenues you could approach. Like I said, Baiku are just there. That's a possibility, as you have already gotten entrance to the Golden Vaults to look around. However, like I said, Baiku thing is more of a, since the diplomacy stuff with the Golden Emperor failed, it's a possibility to distract them from kind of potentially invading you from behind. You don't even know if that will succeed. Like, you have no clue. But it has been planned. You do know that much. Now, you wake up and it is still pouring rain. Still thunderstorming. And indeed, cloudy means that does not break Jean Long's prophecy of seeing the sun shining on the golden tops of the city once again.
Damn.
Yep.
That means I'm gonna kill her then.
It's not that simple. It's not quite that set in stone, but you're not easily able to be like, your prophecies are invalid. Sun rose again on the city, and if you walk outside, you can see it again.
Well, yeah, I figured that, Colin.
It's not gonna be that simple. But you rise late in the day. You are able to you find that you have no summons, no invitations from the Golden Emperor. You merely have breakfast set.
Dude, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You eat it?
Yeah.
No.
I check it
No,
for sedatives.
Ha! It's not poisoned. I wouldn't do that. That'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah, so I don't care. I eat it.
Alright, it's pretty good. It's very simple. It's like rice and fish and the like. But, you know, pretty straightforward. It's not bad. It's not the grandest feast you've ever had. It's not the grandest breakfast you've ever had. But it is filling, and it is pleasant enough. as you eat it while the rain pours down across the building and the thunder peals across the landscape. Well, now we come to the crossroads. Do you go into the Golden Vault, or do you divert and try to help with the Baiku?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Colin. I don't feel safe making that call without everybody here to discuss that.
I mean, you've got the important people here. Connor doesn't
Well, I mean-
fucking matter.
I mean, yeah, but I kind of need him to talk to them.
Like, Connor
Also,
sucks.
Also, Tommy.
Tommy also doesn't matter.
Because I honestly don't know. I want everyone's opinions before I agree to any of that.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough call.
That's not true. It's an easy call. You set the whole building on fire.
Ooh, now that's fun.
Are we just gonna destroy the entirety of Shendo or Jinma?
Might as well.
Just take down the entire country. Then we don't have to worry about them stabbing us in the back.
Burn the aristocracy.
You could just kill the Emperor.
I mean, that's already on the to-do list. We're gonna stab the dragon.
The guy's kind of an asshole. So.
Yeah, well, I suppose I run it by you guys. What you think. And would give me their response.
I think it's an okay idea.
Adam.
So wait,
Thielen.
Which one?
I would.
I think maybe later.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if I hate
Well-
to pull the I'll come back, but like, I do want to help them,
We literally won't come back.
and that's exactly why I'm worried about that.
Also, coming back doesn't help.
So what are the choices put in front of you?
You've
I mean,
really
it's
been.
not me, it's us.
The
But-
group
Help,
has been.
help the Baiku, cause rebellion, just murder their emperor, or just fucking go into the vault and leave. That's our choices, realistically.
I mean, could we
It's a
go into the vault while the revolt happens?
I mean, yes, I'd assume we could do stuff while the revolt is going on, but it's either help spark revolt, fuck the revolt, just murder the emperor, or we just go into the vault and leave.
It's essentially that things are more complicated. One of the big ones, like I said, is the idea of. I mean, the revolt succeeding is not a guarantee, obviously. Were it to fail and the Emperor to find out like you were behind it, that would really make things a lot fucking worse. Very, like, a lot worse. Because as it stands, like I said, the big thing is the negotiations between Adelaide and Fa Jinma did not go well. There's still too much antagonism, essentially, between the Jinlong Dynasty and Stalreich. And so he's not planning on stopping his troops from basically invading from behind while you get invaded from the front. He doesn't care. He's able to that's just easy land to regain as far as he's concerned. So you have the opportunity potentially to distract him, maybe, with this revolt, or maybe overthrow him with this revolt. if it succeeds. But if it fails, and he finds out you had anything to do with it, that's gonna make it that much worse. Nothing is ever as straightforward as, you know, this is definitely the good one and definitely the bad one. And it also, if you do it and he finds out you're behind it, maybe he's not going to give you entrance into the Golden Vault. Maybe at this point he's been pretty amenable to letting you go in and look around. He doesn't really have a lot of attachment to the artifacts of some of the artifacts of Stahlreich.
So there's the suggestion we could send the party, save for one, into the vault, and then the one person basically goes and meets with the revolution.
Potentially.
Although that involves splitting the party, that doesn't. I don't know how I feel about that one.
You can just have Ito go do it. He can go play. Connor can go play some more Age of Empires. He can go 0 and through at some more Age of Empires too.
Did he lose
God damn.
today?
Probably. We've had a lot of fucking false starts today.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Panthers really fucking suck.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Alaquil makes it known that she is either cool with just murdering their emperor and taking his shit and leaving, or starting a revolt, killing the emperor, potentially taking his shit and leaving.
Just killing the Emperor sounds like a bad idea. That sounds like it would just destabilize the whole country. We need the allies.
Here's the thing. I think we might encounter other problems involving a green dragon if we try to just outright murder the Emperor.
No, I talked to her. She doesn't care.
Doesn't
sure?
care.
Okay.
I literally talked to her. She holds no fealty to him, from what I understand.
She
Alright.
says there's been some bad apples bad fruit that has been
Yeah.
on the tree.
She says there is a rot here that she does not care for and needs to be rooted out.
All right.
Yeah. So fuck him.
So I guess send Ito to the revolution
I mean,
while we do the vault,
we can.
and then we'll let the revolution like take down the emperor.
Well, before
And if we come out of the vault and it's still going on, then we can just go up there and finish the job.
You can send Adelaide to
Colin-
do it, too.
I mean, you also got people on the boat. Colin, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a metagamey question, but the vault. Is there anything in there that can like hurt us besides Jinlong?
Oh god, yes. It's guarded.
Okay, never mind then.
It is indeed guarded. You can
How
have
is
a
that?
poke around, but it's
I was
stuff.
asking if it was more a story beat and then like a fight with her, or if it was like an actual like there are high level enemies in it that we'll have to fight consistently to get through it. So
You will have to get through it, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I was just double checking because I guess I know it's metagamey, but you know.
The deepest part of the vaults have defenses that you can't merely be bypassed.
Well, that's fine. That's fair. Mm. I guess. Do you guys want to just send Ito in or Adelaide to go? Well, okay. Is it smart
Well,
to
I-
trust Adelaide to go do that without her dying?
To speak to the Baiku, or the
No, I
revolution
mean
people.
no, because he's asking if
Oh.
if you want her to lead the revolution.
I will go with her because I could also help. I could help it get along if I need to.
Well, the thing, I just don't think you'd want like someone like royally, I guess, affiliated, just to
not?
give a little
Yeah,
bit of
plausible
plausible deniability
well,
to.
Well, the issue with
Doesn't
that
just
is
fail.
no matter who we send, it will be connected because they're not that dumb.
True.
The only way that we could do it effectively is to usurp the Emperor is if Jin Long assaulted them with us. Which, like, I mean, she might, but I can't promise she will.
I mean,
Because if it was us plus the Baiku plus Jin Long, we could clearly usurp the Emperor, right? That's not, like that's not a fucking problem, and then we could do what we need to do with her. Wait, Colin, I got a question.
Yeah.
Her vision of me killing her, does it take place in the vault, or is there, or in the hall with of the palace?
It's not that focused. She doesn't know.
Because she said it was like a golden room or something like that, right? Is what I was asking.
It's not that focused. The Golden Room could represent anything, pretty much.
Okay, I was just checking from what I knew from her because it might be her destiny to fight with us, and then that happens. Is Jinlong here?
Currently, no.
I'm gonna go get her and then bring her here.
You do find her on the airship, the Skyweaver, at its dock. She is sitting with Madame Vestia, and they are sipping tea, although it looks like Madame Vestia is sipping a cup of tea, and there's about a dozen cups of tea around Jean Long as she keeps taking,
oh shit.
sipping a
Tea
tip of
reading?
tea, and she sort of shakes her head and says, "It's the wrong tea."
Not tea reading, just kind of tea retarded.
All right, Jinlong.
She's tea-tarded.
Jinlong.
I'm gonna go sit and hang out with them. That's what I'm doing.
She sort of dreamily says, "Mm-hmm."
Do you want to help us exhume the rot from the Jinlong dynasty?
I suppose so, although, I mean, in a way, I am the rot of the Jinlong dynasty.
Well, we feel like the Emperor needs to be usurped so that so that a new era of the Jinlong dynasty can prosper, with the Baiku not being second-class citizens. Would you help us usurp the Emperor?
I never really thought about the Baiku as people.
Well,
All right. I mean that's an answer.
that is an answer.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Is that a
Some
yes?
weird way.
Jinlong, would you be willing to come with me and meet with the me and Adelaide and maybe Ito and meet with the leaders of the Baiku to speak?
I suppose so. I like meeting new people.
That's my girl.
That way, you will have a better understanding, and we could potentially come to an agreement. And if it comes to it, I would fight on their side to take down this emperor. If we needed to do that from there.
Who is to rule in the Emperor's stead, though?
That'd be
Well.
for the people to decide afterwards.
We'll be a democratically elected commune.
That's not
The-
that's not what that thing says.
The what you call it, didn't the Baiku mention they wanted Adelaide to like lead it?
No.
It's not that they want her to lead it, but they are looking for endorsements and things to
Okay.
rally around.
Well, I would speak to their whoever's in charge of the Baiku and see if they have a suggestion.
That can be
I imagine.
arranged.
Yeah, I imagine they have some sort of hierarchy amongst themselves.
Very well. You are able to, I imagine, you... Oh, thank God that didn't get intercepted. In an attempt to get in touch with the leadership of the Baiku, how exactly do you want to go about doing that? They are the unseen one. You do know they patrol like the walls and things like that. There's Klaus saw there's like secret passageways and peepholes and things like that that they're able to pop out of and like clean rooms and disappear back into the hallway. They're able to carry like platters of food to like the dining room without being seen. Essentially, there are secret passages all throughout Palace for the most part. As well as Baiku outside that are on the street as like servants and laborers.
I would try and sneak into the Actually, I would ask my the girl. I forget her name.
While she is a Baiku, she knows if you ask her anything about revolution, she's just completely lost on that.
Okay. Well, I go and ask her father. He was a Baiku, right?
No, he is not. He's a high class. He basically bought a Baiku as a daughter, and that's probably why she doesn't really know about any kind of revolution, because she's been treated more like a daughter than a slave.
We could try the
The guy didn't exactly leave us a card, did he?
no. And
Well, I could just go into the walls and see if I can intercept someone.
yeah, I think me and you can go into the walls and try and just pick somebody.
Well, I don't think it can be just anybody, because I mean these seem like they're the main avenue of the Baiku. So like
Yeah.
it could be any Baiku that go through these.
Yeah.
And the more people we just blatantly ask about a revolution, the more we kind of jeopardize the
Oh yeah.
The
Mission.
revolution.
The We could also try the that betting area again, because that was in the Baiku district, correct?
It wasn't in the Baiku district, but it was definitely dominated by Baiku.
Okay.
It's like the underground of it's in the Golden District, but it is underneath like the counting house. So
Okay.
oh, like the seedy underbelly.
yep.
Yeah,
That would be a great place to start, actually.
yeah, we can go there.
Well, you know what, Beaver? There's always fucking next year.
Oh my God, what is the flag?
There's always fucking next year.
Did they lose?
I mean,
Oh, not yet, but
they're
yes.
going to. But that's a good place to start. It was dominated by Baiku in the underground. If there's anybody that's gonna know about that sort of stuff, that's likely the place. As you are able to go there. The question is, Klaus, do you remember the fucking password?
There's a
Uh,
bear shit in the woods.
No,
That's-
it was
that-
like, does
No, it
a
was-
cat's hair?
Does a cat's whiskers stand on end?
cat's hair, yeah, does a cat's hair stand on end or something like that?
And that's what they
Alright.
ask you, but I can't remember what the response is.
That's just the right thing to say. Does a cat, whenever he opens up the doorway and asks for the password or the passphrase, it's, does a cat's hair stand on end? He sort of nods his head as he pushes the doorway closed, or he pushes like the tiny little peephole closed. He opens the doorway, and you're able to descend down beneath the Gilded Dragon counting house. There's no quarrel fights or anything like that going on in here right now, so it's quite quiet. There are people milling about. There are several Baiku that are cleaning up like litter and detritus, as well as Coatl blood.
Do we see anybody who looks familiar as far as like maybe Bill? I know the guy was like wearing a veil or some shit like that. So
Not
guess.
that you can tell.
Hmm.
It seems like all like the bedders, all the trainers, they're all gone. It seems like the only people here right now are people that are like cleaning essentially.
I go to somebody cleaning and I just ask them who's in charge of the betting house.
Are you looking for the head of the Gilded Dragon Counting Cast? That's the good Lord Marie. He's the finest that's ever been in charge of it. He's seen the Gilded District to finer prosperity than it could ever hope for.
And he is not Baiku, is he?
Of course not. You wouldn't have someone as lowly as a Baiku leading the Gilded Dragon Counting House.
So then, who among the Baiku do the Baiku report to?
We Baiku answer only to the lords, obviously. We do what they say, for we are to be unseen.
I give him 100 gold and tell him to tell the truth.
He sort of looks at the money and he says, what do you want to know?
We're looking to get in touch with the revolutionaries.
He sort of looks around and he says, do not say that out loud, too loud. Not every Baiku's exactly on the up and up with that shit.
I whisper that to them.
Like, you would think every Baiku might be down, but some people, in fact, I'd even say most of the Baiku think that their place is at the bottom. That's what they've been drilled into their heads their entire lives. You're lucky you said that to me.
Yeah, I have a knack for picking the right person to talk to.
Look. There is one person amongst us that is a leader of sorts. It's hard to call them a leader because the Baiku are so spread out in their districts and doing their servantly duties. Some of them are as loyal as a hound to their masters, right? Not every master treats their Baiku like a whipping post, right? So some are like okay with them. But don't do that shit, Lou.
Why do you think I did it in the chat, not aloud?
But look.
Say Baikusi out loud right now, Lou.
Nope.
No balls.
By Cussy. I mean, just
The
say it.
leader of the Baiku is the only one that's ever managed to actually survive in the damn gold district, right? The only person that's ever managed to maintain any kind of presence here. It's not much, but she's always had her eyes in the Gilded District. Her name is Marum. And her family is an amalgamation of both the Baiku and the Gilded class, right? Well,
Okay.
no,
Is
Beaver, there's always next year. There's always next year.
Yep.
that the name of the
Yeah.
what you call it, the tea house?
Yes,
lady?
that is her name. Although
Okay.
I don't know if Venta got it.
I think on what?
I imagine me and him
Nice.
spending the day or that night there. I imagine I would probably have a good idea when the mixing. And I do clarify at the tea the one with the tea, correct? Because
She is got very
Cinnamon.
fine tea.
I thank you for your time, and I tell Klaus I know where to go and I know who would lead them.
Very good. He's away.
All right, we go to the tea
Oh
house.
boy, they fucking got the
And they got
conversion as well.
I
so-
want to be dead. I'm going to go shoot myself. Bye.
What's the score?
It's 37-20.
37.
At least it's not 70-20. At least it's
Is that
not
what-
70-20.
70-20
Or
what that game ended
41-10.
That was Miami versus the Broncos,
Yeah, is
70-20.
that what it ended at 70-20?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Kill yourself at that point. Jesus.
At least it's not 70-20. But but yes, indeed, the leader of the Baiku, and well, to some extent, the revolution is named Marum, the owner of the tea house, the inn/tea house, or it's an inn,
shit.
but she is indeed the highest ranked, essentially, the most noticeable of the Baiku. Her tea house is like I said, Venta, you learned this, is the only thing Baiku structure that has existed within the Gilded District, and remained existing, because her great times X amount grandfather was a noble who married a Baiku, and ever since then, her family's been considered Baiku, but she's got that faint sliver of nobility still within her, and they have always owned this little inn, and so it remains. And she is the leader of the Baiku.
Nice.
So when we leave after having found that out, I go get. Actually, no. Me and Klaus can go to the tea house first.
Oh.
Well, I can just tell you to bring other people there. I just want to make sure
Well-
that's where she wants to talk.
What? No, yeah, that's what we need to do first. Is we need
Okay.
to set up a meeting.
That's
'Cause
what
we
I'm
need to
saying.
find
We don't.
some kind of
that's
neutral
what-
ground.
That's why I didn't want to just
Because
roll up with the fucking
Yeah.
Emperor and Jinlong
Exactly.
to a fucking tea house.
Oh, I don't want her to go too.
like
I want to
it's
see her.
like
She's
fucking
cool.
12 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, hey, y'all want to fucking kill the boss?
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, me and Klaus can go, and go get some tea.
Who wants to go full Jenga?
So yeah, we go ahead and go do that, Colin.
Yeah, let's go to the tea house.
The tiny, squat little building sandwiched between. It is, like I said, it's like kind of across the street from the Gilded Counting House. Like I said, the Gilded Counting House sits on like a corner. It takes up like the Gilded Counting House takes like an entire city block. It's huge. It's a counting house. But the little tiny run down, out of the way inn / tea shop is like right across the street. It's like I said, difficult to see because it sits sandwiched between two other larger buildings. It's quite dingy. But and it's now that you know what to look for, it almost stands out in a weird way because it is so not standout-ish compared to the other buildings here with these gilded roofs and things like that. It's almost like
Painfully indistinct.
it's almost like if you look at the sun, you notice the sunspot. It stands out. You notice the sort of area of black amidst the light. That's basically what it is. it's a little dingy, out of the way, dark area compared to these like gleaming giant buildings with gilded roofs. So it is distinguishable in its own way. You are able to make your way there. And there's actually a handful of people in here. They do all appear to be Baiku. You're rapidly becoming able to sort of tell Baiku from higher class. There's a distinct change in clothing between Baiku and high class, gilded class. They wear very simple, drab, loose clothing. Their hair, you notice that many of the Baiku have shaved heads, or their hair is shorn close for the men, and the women have their hairs like they're tied up tight to their head and that sort of thing. They try not to stand out at all. Whenever you entered, you were greeted by a sort of elderly woman who happily says, "Welcome, what can I do for you? Well, we've got a unusual sort here, don't we? You don't look like you're from around here at all. I love meeting new people."
I did come and spend a
She
little
sort of
time.
adjusts her glasses.
But yeah,
You're the one with the arms.
I am the one with the arms. You're Miram, correct?
Oh wow, yes, that is my name. How'd you learn it? I usually just go by Granny these days.
Mutual friend.
Yes. Would you happen to have a table that is a bit out of the way of prying ears?
Well, I suppose so. We've got tables in the back. It's not too packed, it looks like. Looking for privacy, huh? Perhaps you've got a date set up? Don't worry, I know a handsome young man like you's surely got someone they want to spend time with.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna slip her 5 gold. I believe it's a woman named Miriam.
Miram.
Mara.
Miriam, whatever.
But
Miram.
yeah, we would talk business. A friend of mine, you know, the Venta, the gentleman who helped around the other day.
I remember. Big sword, yes?
Yeah.
It's a little knife at the time, but yeah.
No, she's talking about your spawn.
Yeah, I'm talking about his
Yeah.
dick.
It was dragging on the floor. Left dents.
It sounds like fucking Pyramid Head dragging the sword at you.
Guy walked by the fire and burned the top of his dick, dragging it through it.
But yeah, we would speak business with you privately if we could.
Well, what is a lady like me supposed to do? Decline such a kind an invitation from two such lovely people, of course. I can find you a table in the back. Do you have a particular tea that you'd prefer?
We'll have your
Black.
specialty, the cinnamon, or I will have the cinnamon. Excuse me.
That's a good choice. It's popular. 1, 2, 3 pumpkin spice teas.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I don't know how I feel about pumpkin spice tea.
Well, you wanted cinnamon. You get cinnamon and allspice. That's pumpkin spice, basically.
Fair. I don't like that she calls it pumpkin spice though.
I'm thinking of opening a Starbucks here.
You could call it Stars and Bucks.
Stars and Bucks.
Oh no.
Oh shit, it even fits with the city, because
Stars and bugs.
Stars and bugs. Starbugs. But she will seat you at a table and she says, I'll be with you shortly. I just have some other customers to serve, young lady.
Thank you. Take your time.
And you only wait for like 15 minutes before she returns. They say you can see she's going about the shop, so she pours people some teas. If you want to, go ahead and roll a perception check, the two of you that are there. So it'd be Klaus and
Okay.
Outcool.
You said a perception check?
Yep. You have advantage if you
Not
can read
yet.
lips.
Can I read lips?
This cannot get lower than a 23. 31.
Did it roll? No, why didn't it roll?
Cause Foundry Dungeons and Dragons system sucks.
Bruh.
Yeah.
My fucking the hot bar thing is gone now. Oh, the character sheet. Perception.
Yeah, I've been having that same problem. I have my my D&D Beyond open. I just roll.
It's crazy because like whenever I bring up people's character sheets, it doesn't even have like a lot of their stats. Like they're just blank. They're just
Yeah.
fucking blank things.
Well, it's like if I go through the menu and I bring up my character sheet, a lot of my skills are unlabeled. So
Yeah,
just
I
see
know, that's
charisma,
exactly-
charisma,
so it's-
dexterity, and it's like, what the fuck am I gonna roll?
There's like all
I
sorts of
think-
crazy shit.
The name's
Yeah.
iPad says it gives me advantage on perception, so does a crit 38 get it?
She goes around and every time she pours some tea to the people in here, she says, you can see you're not able to make out like everything she says, but she goes up and she does seem to say something to everyone. It's only the last one you can make out as she leans in close and says, "Best be ready for trouble, just in case." And you can see everyone here does have daggers and they are armed.
Oh, these poor fools will die in a heartbeat.
Oh,
bro.
you would absolutely kill them. But she doesn't know that, obviously, so
Yeah.
she's like, hey, if they're here to cause trouble, be ready.
I like that she's got fucking squad up in the house though. That's pretty rad.
Hell yeah, dude.
But after she pours their tea. She sits down with you. She has like nice hot water and tea. She pours you tea. Formalities and everything. Did we just get a touchdown?
Oh, did
Touchdown, Carolina.
I stopped watching.
We will not lose.
It's all right. You still
37
need
to 20.
another one,
We still
and then
need-
another possession.
We still will never win this game, but at least it's closer.
Yeah, it's only 2 scores, not like fucking Chicago and Kansas City, or God forbid Miami and Denver.
Panthers fucking suck.
You need another touchdown and then a
Yeah,
field
Panthers fucking
goal.
suck.
Panthers suck, and they don't even have a first round draft next year.
Yep. Which is why I hope we actually turn them around in the middle of the season and just like, at the very least turn that into a fucking 10 or a 15. They don't deserve a top 10 pick from us. They've been talking too much shit. Fuck the Bears. Okay.
Oh boy,
Okay.
I'm ready to fucking die already. Alright, but she's got the squad up in here, but she's sitting you pouring you tea. You do catch like, hey, be ready to rock and roll just in case shit happens. Because she doesn't know if you're here to, cause trouble or not.
Yeah.
She pours you tea, formality, and she sits down with you and she sort of sips it and says, well, you wish to speak with me, so let's speak.
Yes. So, word around the Baiku is that there's an awful rotting smell around the Emperor's Palace. A smell that some people would rather be without.
I mean, I'm sitting, as far as I can tell, next to 2 undead. Are you sure that rotting smell isn't you?
I smell perfectly fine, thank you.
I know what I smell like, and I know what rot smells like. Especially when that rot
Different
comes
kind of
from
different kind of rot.
Oh, yes.
But somebody I believe came and spoke to the big stupid one. Very nice, gentleman, but a little dumb. He means well though. We would like to speak with, you know, the correct party and try and set up a meeting between the correct lady this time and perhaps a lady of Jade as well, if you would be interested.
Well, Zlov says, after everything that the kindness that your friend showed to myself, a lowly Baiku, I thought perhaps you would be willing to listen to us. And it seems you are.
Yeah, we I unfortunately have had to deal with things of this nature on more than one occasion. Even freeing my own people from a corruption of sorts.
He did avail himself well about my personal plight. And so, yes. I thought it fair to send a messenger to you. And I would be more than willing to meet with your entire personage if you wished to.
And would you like us to meet here or?
Oh yes, of course. There's no need to try to. She sort of says that amount of subterfuge would be unusual. To meet here in the tea house would not be.
Well,
Is the security adequate? I say that completely like taking in the room.
I'm
aware that everyone around here. Yeah, I'm aware of like everyone in the room with us being the security, but I'm gonna ask her straight up if the security is adequate.
Quite.
Like are loyalties unquestionable?
Quite.
Good. No. Yeah, I still look at Klaus with like a real fucking cross-eyed look. Oh, we
How do you
are
cross
just-
bug eyes?
It's a lot of crossing.
That's a lot of hexagons.
We well, I think we can send for the rest of the interested parties, and they should be here shortly if you would like. That way we can maybe just speak plainly about other things while we wait.
Yeah, I'll hit up over the fucking the earpiece, giving everyone the code phrase. The Panthers are terrible. I repeat, the Panthers are terrible.
We suck. Very well. You've earned that much trust at least.
I do ask her, how are you able to pick up that we were both not of the living so easily?
Now, I'm gonna look at Alec cool, like, what the fuck, man?
Look,
Because, I mean,
look,
I
I am
smell
Bale.
like actual death.
I don't.
Like,
Smells like
I
a
literally,
bug.
like, it says in my character sheet that I smell like a corpse.
This
I smell quite nice.
this establishment has existed for hundreds of years. You think the security here is merely a lock on a door? Of course not.
Heavens no.
Well, we've not always had the best of times. We do have certain defenses in place that can sense things about the clientele that enter it.
Well, that's good then.
I wonder if she knows that I'm divinely touched.
What priest touched you?
Well, I mean, I'm a divine soul sorcerer.
That's not an answer to my question.
Beaver the Pope jacked me off.
Lucky. Wait, which pope?
I came in his Pope
Yeah,
hat.
John Paul or Benedict or the other one,
Clement the Sixth,
Francis.
who reigned during the time of the plague. So it is a long time ago. I'm an old man.
Damn.
It's funny because you're
Look
gonna,
pretty good for your
if you
age.
look it up, you're gonna see that Clement the Sixth did reign during the time of the plague.
Nice. I get the feeling that you've used that before
I have
in
not,
a
but
campaign.
I
Oh,
was looking up Clement the
please.
Sixth just a little while ago. I was going through popes the other day to see
Hell
good
yeah.
popes and bad popes.
Well, that sounds like we need to put that on the list then, buddy. That's some good
Clement
shit.
the Sixth reigned during the first visitation of the Black Death between 1348 and 1350.
Ooh,
Oh,
those were
well.
good years.
All right, but yes, this woman, it seems there's more to her than just being an elderly baiku with a rundown tea shop.
Well. Yeah, I guess we hang out and drink tea and speak with her while we wait for whoever was coming can come, but we at least
Until will
want
truly go.
we at least want Adelaide and
Yeah, Adelaide, Henley, and I guess
Ito's busy
Ito.
playing Age
Be
of
the main-
Empires too.
yeah. Ideally, it would have been fucking Ito since he has charisma.
But he's busy losing at Age of Empires too.
Fucker. So Adelaide and Jean Long need to come.
You know
Other
the
people can come.
you know the craziest thing, Amal? He says he's got a fucking coach. What does that fucking mean?
He probably has a 20-year-old that tells him he's gonna be bad forever because he cannot get the APM high enough.
Like,
because
what the he has a coach? That's just
I mean, like,
weird to me.
It's not like Mike who has a chess coach. That I understand. I can tell Connor why he's bad at Age of Empires because he doesn't have the APM needed to be good at it.
Like I said, Connor playing Age of Empires 2 is, like I said, it's like he's too young to be going through this midlife crisis of wanting to play be a competitive video game guy.
Boy,
It's too young.
It's also way fucking too late for that shit.
Yeah, like he doesn't have the APM. He's too old. Like, you're gonna just lose to some 21-year-old.
Don't most fucking like League of Legends players retire at like 26?
Most esports people retire between their 20s or 30s. Some games, like Age of Empires, have people that go on later, but it's just because they're the people that like it, like the game. But when like an 18 or 20-year-old shows up, they're going to be better because their APM is literally like always higher.
Let's be real here. There aren't 18 or 20-year-olds playing Age of Empires.
Yeah,
today.
there are.
God,
exactly.
Connor has gone against several of them, and that's
don't
still
believe
that is the weirdest thing to me. But I totally believe it.
I think Cody said he went 0-3. So,
Lol.
point is, you know, hey, that's fucking life. Point is, it'd be nice to have the charisma character here, but he's not.
Bitch or fucking wood.
Just like, well, if the charisma character had been here, I would have had roles for the dinner to go well. It went like shit because the charisma character wasn't here, so...
Well, I'm just gonna rely on Adelaide and Jean Law to do talking for me because I cannot do it. I am actually incapable.
But you have established the leader of the Baiku. Her name is Maram. She does the tea shop, and indeed, the only reason you got this opportunity is because really Venta helped her out. So, and she's like, maybe they could be helpful.
Look at me, my antics.
And that's why she sent someone to basically establish contact with you, kind of led you here. But indeed, like I said, you all go meet her. I mean, it's pretty fucking straightforward.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to say. She does have people. There are, like I said, a handful. There's a small group of Baiku that are indeed willing to rise up and revolt. They just need something to rally around, hope to rally around. You could provide that. And Adelaide is willing to. She is kind of fuming in her own way about the fact she's sort of complained more than one time that the dinner didn't go well. She's like, look, I'm not the one that crucified his family, right? I mean, I know my family was, but I didn't crucify his family. So, like, why is he so upset? I didn't wear the crown of iron nails that was used to crucify his family. That's thoughtful.
Well, if she's saying that to me, I tell her, boy, does he not care. But he's an old man.
It is possible to try your absolute best and do your absolute best and still fail. That is not failure, though. It is life.
I don't even seek necessarily aid from him. I just don't want him to attack us from behind while we're fighting in one direction. Because
Yeah, politics are great, aren't they?
I know that he's been gathering troops at the border. I mean, that's part of what the Avalanche Druids were fighting against. I feel like she sort of says, she sort of looks to Henley and says, it feels like helping the Baiku could help us, but it could also cause problems for us.
Hey, now you know my issue.
Like, we came here looking for this item or whatever that we hope or we suspect is in the vaults, and we have access to him. The Golden Emperor has been willing to let us go down there and look around. He doesn't have a problem with that. That's not something he cares about, it seems. Like, do we risk that over these people? Like, their plight is one that I sympathize with, to be sure.
I mean, it depends. If Jinlong's gonna help us usurp the Emperor and assault the palace with us, then yeah, we probably should.
I mean, it could very well be an issue we table for afterwards, you know? If there's a underpinning of revolution, that's probably not going to be quelled before we deal with the Stahlreich's problems. We could help then, even. But I can't deny that there's the ever-present danger of a dagger to our back.
What if we set it up so that the Baiku took over while he was fighting us?
He's not fighting us. He's just sending troops.
Not right
to
now.
fight us.
I know,
Not
but I mean,
fighting.
his troops are not here.
Which is why it would be good for them to do the revolt now, while the troops are not in the city.
If we already have a dagger in the back, it's not going to help to to try to stop it from happening. It's already been plunged into us. If he already orders the troops to attack us while we're busy, it doesn't make a difference.
Yes, but if you cut the head off the snake, then they'll be receiving no new orders. They'll be in disarray as they cross our borders.
I mean,
A much easier approach to deal with.
it may be the case, but maybe they won't be.
Well, regardless, we need to have the meeting and then go from there.
That's fair. She sort of looks to Henley and sort of says, I mean, we are equal partners in this at this point. I think it wise that we seek each other's counsel, yes?
Who's asking who?
At least talking to you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we should seek counsel, but like, is Jinlong here yet, Colin? Did we go get her? Cause we ain't got everyone, right?
You did. It takes a
Okay.
while to find Jinlong.
Well, she said she was gonna help me She said she was gonna help me probably. So
Ah.
like, man, I really wish the talkie and the smart people were here. Well, either way, we have to stop whatever's in the vault, which is guarded, even though he's letting us in there, which I don't know. I don't see a way out of this without antagonizing the Emperor.
Posted it to the wrong channel. But you
What?
guys get it now.
What do you say,
Yeah.
Mayor?
I posted it to the wrong chat first.
Oh,
He's showing pictures of his pussy.
oh, I thought you were trying to stop the game. I just, like I said, I don't know how to go about this without pissing the Emperor off. So, but without fucking us. But it seems like we're fucked either way.
Well, I do like being fucked, so I guess we'll figure it out.
I mean, ultimately, we should. Oh my god.
The meeting will alleviate some of your worry because we don't have to agree to shit.
But Adelaide's asking me.
Yeah, I know, and I'm telling you both.
I suppose.
Like, not everyone needs to come, so it's not literally like 50 of us. But you know, the important parties being there matters. So we just need to get going.
There's nothing left to do but figure it out, I suppose. I don't
Yeah.
think a day will matter to dwell on it and think on it. We are guests of the Emperor, after all, despite his antagonism, his cold demeanor. We have at least a day to dwell on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Very well. I think it'd be wise if we meet here tomorrow. After having thought thoroughly about what we are willing to endeavor. What circumstances, what contingencies, what things we're willing to take. What sacrifices we are willing to make. What risks we are willing But yeah, I'll let maybe we can get the whole group. We can get Ito and Aruna. Yeah, probably not next week because I think Tommy and Cody are gonna be like jerking each other off, playing eating peanut butter fudge and shit. But in 2 weeks, essentially, hopefully we'll get people together and Connor won't be like, I'm busy fucking playing Age of Empires 3.
Why would
I'll
you
be
do it
doing
unless
more
you're
than
playing
jerking
D&D
off
today?
Tommy.
It's true.
Be
So-
sucking his brother off to another dimension.
Oh yeah.
Base. Post Vidzer didn't happen.
But yeah,
No
we'll,
one wants to see that video. Don't
Uh,
fucking lie to me, Amal.
Yeah.
Like even Bieber's
I
like,
mean-
no one needs to see that.
it'll become
Yeah,
a.
like how much mouthwash are you gonna need before and after?
What are you talking about? I'm dipping it in the Listerine.
It's like
Hell
a
yeah.
sweet. It's like a deformed baby sweet potato.
It's the
covered in
cleanest
Listerine.
Gareth's mouth will ever be.
Oh,
We all know you're actually going there just to fix his sink.
I am gonna get a picture of me with the sink. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Are you gonna
No,
are you
no,
gonna
it's
squ-
just
are you
me.
gonna
It's
squat
just
like the
like-
magic guy next to the butt cheek, like the
Yes.
butt cracks?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, yes. It's gonna be the next fucking sticker in the fucking
Well, I already got a sticker of me doing that in the in the
Yeah, and
Cheer
it's gonna get
One
replaced by Cheerwine, and it's gonna be replaced by you kneeling next to the sink.
That's
the
gonna be the
updated
new
version.
server profile picture. I'll post it in here.
All right, but no, we'll delve into it next week. Like I said, you've been presented some options, and we'll figure out. Like I said, we'll hopefully have some next time we play some talky and smarty people.